Yo, what is going on, everyone? It is James, aka TheComicRaider, and I am back with another one of my favorite kind of videos, and that is an InStockTrades unboxing. Got a good one. We have a few things this time, some great stories, an Omnibus that I was happy was still available, and then a new one that just came out that helps fill, not like complete a run, but you know, continues on a series that I'm getting. So yeah, we got some good stuff. So let's get straight to it. So we open it up, we got some trades, and let's go ahead and take out the Omnibus ahead of time. Again, their packaging is always great, so the trades are put in this little wrapper here, and then the Omnibus, I'll go ahead and show you one of them, is tucked very nicely into this box right there. So yes, we have got a Spider-Man Omnibus. And okay, so this is the first time with the new packaging that I've ordered multiple Omnibus in the same order. So it appears that there is then the slot just holds one, so then you take this out, if I can do that, and then the second Omnibus is basically in the same way. Sneak peek of what that one was. So yeah, as always, their packaging is outstanding, and they just crush it. So let's go ahead and get into, that's a lot of noise. I know that's a lot of noise, I'm sorry. Okay, let's get into what we got. We're going to start with the trades, partly because there's like a receipt with my address and all that on top, so I need to get rid of that. Alright, so again, they seal it up. I got two DC Finest trades. I have been liking these ones that they've been doing. I like the spine, I like the look, the size. Again, these are not like the new pocket edition ones that they've been doing, but I still really enjoy these. So let's go ahead. Well, I mean, I think you saw one of them already. So we got Green Arrow, The Longbow Hunters by Mike Grail. Green Arrow is a character that as a kid I was obsessed with. Green was my favorite color at the time. And he also was featured in a fighting game, Justice League Task Force, that I used to play a lot. And I just love the character. But I did not really read much Green Arrow, really up until DC New 52, to be honest. So I am aware, and then whatever like team stuff he's been in, which really hasn't been too much. I know that this is a key story. Not like key as in very expensive type stuff, but just this is essential reading for Green Arrow, as I have been told at least. So here is the back. I'm going to go ahead and read this off. So it says, presenting DC's finest stories. Each DC Finest volume features key moments in the adventures of the greatest characters in comics, written and drawn by classic characters. These are the stories that transform the DC universe forever. DC Finest Longbow Hunters features these incredible issues and more. So it shows you a couple of the issues. I also like this timeline here, and then it highlights like what era we're in. That's a pretty neat little feature. So what's highlighted in blue is 1987 and 1988. The hunt begins anew. In 1987, writer-artist Mike Grell reinvented Green Arrow from a Robin Hood copycat into an urban hunter who was as lethal as any other member of the Justice League. Grell's stunning artwork and more grounded storytelling are regarded by many fans as the quintessential era in Green Arrow's long history. In The Longbow Hunters, a semi-retired Ollie Queen is living a normal, peaceful life with his girlfriend Dina Lance in Seattle. But when a killer begins stalking the city streets, he will once again need to become a hunter in order to protect the innocent. And following the events of Longbow Hunters, Green Arrow continues to operate in Seattle, where he crosses paths with murderers, international spies, gangs, a Dark Knight detective, and a faceless investigator. It says that this collects DC Finest Green Arrow The Longbow Hunters cover stories from August 1987 to October 1988. Originally published in Green Arrow The Longbow Hunters 1 through 3, Green Arrow Volume 2 1 through 8, Green Arrow Annual 1, Detective Comics Annual 1, The Question 17 and 18, and The Question Annual Number 1. Has a retail price of $39.99. So, there is your spine. I think this is another reason why I'm really liking these trades. You get a very, the DC logo at the top, fine, but very nice, easy to read title. Then you get the cool logo. Then you get the breakdown of the years you're covering, and then you have a picture of the character from the story. I just think these are really nice. I have a ton of trades over here in the corner. I would say putting these up against some of the other trades, definitely probably better than New 52. I think that this is a really good one. I know as of right now, this is probably my third or fourth of the DC Finest, because I know I just got a Batman one recently that I showed off here on the channel, I believe, the Year 1, Year 2, and then I think I got a Dark Side. I'm forgetting the title, but anyways, that's that. So I have another one. So this is going to be now number 4 or 5 here. Again, DC Finest. I have this book, but I've never read the series. Not series. I've never read this storyline, is how I should say that. Very classic. We have DC Finest Teen Titans, The Judas Contract, Marv Wolfman, George Perez, Romeo Tanghal. And this one is classic. So here we have the back of that with some Teen Titans, some Vigilante. Obviously, I definitely have that one. It is actually not on display. You can't see it. Never mind. But it was on display. I don't know what the heck I did with it. But anyways, yeah, this is a very awesome classic story. So this one's highlighting 83 and 1984. The origin of Deathstroke, the introduction of Nightwing, and the death of a Titan. From comics legends Marv Wolfman and George Perez comes one of the most controversial events in pop culture history, the Judas Contract, where the new Teen Titans arch nemesis Deathstroke hatches a cunning plan to tear the team apart from within. Just as it seems the Titans are becoming a tighter unit, Robin and Kid Flash throw a bombshell by quitting because they both feel that they have outgrown their roles. Although the team is rattled by this change-up, they feel confident that they can soldier on, especially with the help of their powerful new teammate, Tara. Little do the Titans realize that their trust in Tara will lead to their greatest downfall. But from this hour of darkness, a new hero will rise, Nightwing. DC Finest Teen Titans Judas Contract collects the new Teen Titans 33 through 40, Teen Titans Annual 2, Tales of the Teen Titans 41 through 47, Tales of the Teen Titans Annual 4, Action Comics 546, Batman and the Outsiders 5, Vigilante 3, and pages from World's Finest Comics 300. That is a lot of comics in this one trade volume. They packed it. Now, it's the same size as the other one, so I'm going to assume that the issues of Green Arrow are like, those double-size, very long ones. Well, I guess it was 1 through 3 and 1 through 8. But yeah, this is a lot. There's a lot of comics packed into this thing right here. But yeah, so of course I have, Teen Titans 44. Deathstroke's one of my favorite villains, so I have to have that. And then Nightwing is another favorite character of mine, so of course I have that. But as far as, like I said, reading the storyline itself is surprisingly something I haven't done yet. So very, very excited for both of these, really. Again, just really classic stories. So, and then I don't know if I showed the spine, but see how great these look next to each other. I feel like I have to put them in, so all of my books are in alphabetical order, but man, I think putting this, because I have a few of these, I'm really tempted to put this series, like the DC Finest series, by themselves. You know, whether it's at probably maybe at the end or beginning of the shelf, but basically just keeping them together. I would put them in alphabetical order of DC Finest, but I just think it's going to be really hard for me to like break up these spines. They're gorgeous. They are really, really well done. So let's go ahead and I guess cover the one that you already saw. Unseal this bad boy. So this is going to be Amazing Spider-Man number 6, volume number 6. This will get me current. This one just came out, so it'll get me current of all of these except for number 2. Number 2 is with I think number 2 is with Morbius. But yeah, that is always a very hard to get Omnibus edition. So I think it's number 2, maybe number 3. But anyways, point is, I'll have all of these except for that one that I'll either have to fork out the money and pay the price for it, or maybe one day go for a reprint. I don't know. But anyways, we have got Amazing Spider-Man Volume 6. I went with this cover. I thought it was a better cover, one that I really liked a lot more. This is the King Size Annual 13. Dr. Octopus and him fighting there on the front. I just thought that this one was better than the other one, in my opinion. I don't know if this is the DM variant, as they say. I don't remember. I do see a little issue with it, actually. So we're going to get into that here in a second. Unfortunately, I feel like last time I did an Omnibus review, I had an issue. But so here we go. This is the back. This is everything that it is collecting in here. I do love always seeing these with all the different books that are going to be included. I see that we got some what ifs, a few what ifs actually. But yeah, so this is going to have Amazing Spider-Man 181 through 205 and Annual 12 through 13, Spectacular Spider-Man Annual number 1, and What If 1, 7, 8, and 19. Now, the spines, you know, again, I've complained about this before. They go for what I'm going to assume is like a minimalist look nowadays. But unfortunately, it just means that it does not match with the previous ones. But you can see it. The small font with, you know, a little picture here of Spider-Man. Now, as you can see, you probably are already noticing the issue that I was complaining about. I have got a huge, like, it is a ding, but it's a ding to the point where it is, like it's making the plastic kind of peel or like bubble in a sense. So, just kind of ugly. Now, I'm going to be honest, I really don't know if I want to go through the... I mean, in their defense, my last Omnibus, which was the DC Marvel Omnibus that was damaged, they took care of me. I messaged them. I got an email. They gave me the options. The options were basically to mail it back to them, and they would get me a new copy. So they absolutely will take care of you in this instance. I just don't know if I want to go through all that again. But at the same time, I mean, this is going to bother me a bit because it's a brand new one. You know, if I was buying an old one and I knew that it was going to come like this, it is what it is. But this is brand new. It's right there on the spine, so this is what everybody's going to look at. Everybody, as if people always come over here. But I will notice it right away because it's going to sit right there on the shelf with the other Omnibus, and my attention will just always go straight to that. So I will probably bite the bullet, just again in terms of laziness, or just not wanting to have to package it up and go shipping. I think that that's reasonable for me to not want to have to do any of that, right? In the end, though, they will most likely take care of me, but that is just a bummer that I have that now. Yeah, we'll see. But anyways, we're not going to spend too much longer on that. We are here to see the book. So let's take off the slip cover and we'll get into it. So the inside of the slipcover is basically just that, going over the creators and all that good stuff. Yeah, I didn't mention it. This is Marv Wolfman's run here, and obviously, you know, another thing that I totally missed was discussing that, you know, you got your first appearance of Black Cat inside this volume. So here is the book with the slipcover off, and there is the side. That's actually pretty cool. That is different than the other one. Different picture. And then there's the back of it. So yeah, I mean, it looks, well, yeah, you can still kind of see a little ding, but really, so the dust jacket's really the issue. I might just tell them, shoot, just mail me a dust jacket. Alright, let's, I don't know if I want to, like, go through everything here as far as stretching the spine and all that. Yeah, I'm going to save that. Maybe I'll do, like, another video kind of breaking down these two omnibus, but let's go ahead, just for time's sake, let me go ahead and bust out the other omnibus, and then we'll kind of go from there. So this one is the one that I wasn't able to get when it came out, which has probably been maybe like a month now. But I knew that they made a ton of copies of the previous one, so I was kind of hoping that this was the same, and so it wouldn't be too hard for me to wait. And I kept waiting and waiting and waiting, and then I eventually, you know, when this one came out, I was like, all right, cool, I'll go ahead and double up, you know, my shipping order and all that good stuff. So I kind of had my decision of cover made for me because the Jim Lee one sold out, but in all honesty, I think I actually do like this one more. But we have got the part 2. The DC versus Marvel, the Amalgamage Omnibus. So there's the logos there at the bottom. This is the Dave Gibbons standard cover. So, you know, you got your Dark Claw right there. I like this one because I like the white background. It just makes it very clean. I love Jim Lee. I love his art. His cover felt a little busy. And so I think that this one was the better looking overall. Here's the spine, which matches the other one. The only difference being this is white and that one was like a light brown color. But yeah, so these will match side by side. And then here is the back of it. So again, just continuing on that artwork on the front and just making it, you know, it's very clean. Like I said, the Jim Lee one's quite a bit busy. So there's your, you know, rundown there at the bottom. So this is the Once in a Lifetime event is finally collected in a Once in a Lifetime omnibus featuring DC versus Marvel 1 through 4. Now, I talked about this on the last omnibus because I was like, oh, I thought it was going to come in that omnibus, but it didn't. And then I was saying, well, maybe that means it only appears in the absolutes and the, or I think they did absolute, I don't know. But anyways, the other like trades that they made, and there's that super expensive one. But yeah, so it looks like it is in this, which is pretty cool. There's a lot in here. You also get the DC Marvel All Access 1 through 4, Unlimited Access 1 through 4, Amazon 1, Assassins 1, Bat-Thing 1, Bruce Wayne Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., Bullets and Bracelets, Challengers of the Fantastic, Dark Claw Adventures, Doctor Strange Fate, Exciting X-Patrol, Generation Hex, Iron Lantern, JLX Unleashed, Legends of the Dark Claw, Lobo the Duck, The Magnetic Men featuring Magneto, Speed Demon, Spider-Boy, Spider-Boy Team Up, Super Soldier Man of War, Thorian of the New Asgods, X-Patrol, and a story from Green Lantern 87. Includes brand new introductions by writers Ron Mars and Carl Kessel, new afterwords by series editors, complete trading cards, and a tome of never-before-seen material from the makings of the event, including abandoned amalgam titles, never-made sequel series, the alternate fight pages featuring new winners, and so much more. That's actually pretty damn cool. I didn't know that. I'm kind of glad I read that. Let's go ahead and take this one off and see what we got. So inside, DC vs. Marvel. Who is stronger? Superman. Hulk. Who is cooler? Who is meaner? Who is smarter? Who is tougher? Who will win? Complete collection Omnibus. Oh, complete your Omnibus collection. The Abominable Skulk Omnibus. These aren't real. That's funny, but that's not real. But yeah, so there is that. Now let's go ahead. Artwork on this is pretty freaking awesome. So here, now we're focusing less on the Amalgamage, and now we're getting into the DC versus Marvel part. Look at my boy Kyle Rayner, Silver Surfer right there. And then it goes into that. And then that is the back of it. Really awesome there. Really, really awesome. Now, I guess we are gonna have to open these up after all. I think pretty clean copy. I guess my only quote-unquote complaint would be it looks like I got a little stain there on the bottom, but whatever. Not even gonna trip on that. So let me go ahead and stretch these spines, and then I'll come back and we'll maybe take a look at these books.